if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Hey guys, so I'm back today with a flip through of my completed Stalogy. I was able to make it up to August in this particular one, and then for the rest of the year I will have a half-year Stalogy. So I'm just going to go ahead and flip through here and show you what it looks like. This particular one is a lot more structured for me. The very first one I ever made was kind of like, I didn't know what I was doing, so I just did everything in here, and I had painting and all kinds of things, and I did paint in one of the weeklies just to try it out, but I didn't really care for the way it felt. Obviously I use a lot of journaling in here, do lists in here. Stickers for me are really therapeutic and fun, so I am not shy to use many of them. And this is when I started trying to draw my own columns. I made them too wide, and then I didn't even finish that week for some reason. But this particular style has meant a lot for me because it did keep me grounded a lot better. I was able to keep my my monthlies in here for regular life, and then my school ones as well. And then I would follow up with whatever we were eating that month. And then of course I would decorate the page following the first week that starts for this particular month. And so yes, I started using kits in here because I love the journaling aspect of it the most, but I always miss the actual planning part. I miss having my columns and using my sticker kits in here and things of that nature, so I had to go back and incorporate that through. I also enjoyed putting in pictures with memories of things that happened, just so when I look back I can remember how I felt, or how things happened, or what I thought when they happened, or just factual things and also feelings that I wanted to look back on. And so yes, I enjoy going through these a lot, especially older ones that aren't as fresh as this one, because I mean obviously I just lived this, so I know what everything happened, but when I look at the old ones I kind of remember like, oh yeah, I forgot that. Or sometimes I feel like I shock myself with how I used to think or things I used to say, and it's just nice to look at. I also feel like I've become more creative with these calendars as far as making them a lot more busy. I feel like I added some of them to my website for you guys to buy them if you want those, but honestly I don't know why anyone would want them that busy. I just like them busy because it makes it one less thing to decorate in here. And I know a lot of people prefer simple, which is why I went ahead and uploaded just the plain version that you guys can do whatever with. And yeah, so this day was funny. I took my dogs to get their nails trimmed, and I keep them in this little stroller because there's other dogs, usually big ones, and so I just zip it up when I go in there, and then when they take them back they unzip it. And they wanted to take a picture, and I was like sure, and I found it on Facebook, so I put it in here just as a memory. I thought it was funny. But so yes, I always enjoyed watching flip throughs when other people did them. They were really fun for me to kind of see everyone's style and get ideas of what they did with their Stalogies before I got one. And then once I got mine, then I kind of felt around to see what I wanted to do. And yeah, I mean it's fun for me. I enjoy this book a lot. And for me, these are catch-alls. I use them for everything. I put in here feelings, I put in here to-dos, tasks, I record things. This particular kit was so beautiful and I really loved it, and this was for a wedding. It was a 50th wedding anniversary. We totally planned on going, and we were all gonna go together, and I was gonna wear some studded shoes, so I added some studs here with my gel pens. I had a little bit of foiling with the gel pen, but my husband actually got called away to California to go assist with the fires that year, so I mean, this was this year, but I meant they were during that time. So we didn't go, which is okay because it was more important to help people that were, you know, trying to survive the fires that were happening in California. So anyway, I know that a lot of people don't like a lot of stickers. They like more minimal looks. I do feel like sometimes I do go more minimal. I do more lists, and then every now and then I'll come back in, and if I'm bored or need to relax, I'll find a place to stick a sticker or something. But most of the time I enjoy the look of having stickers to kind of showcase what I did that day. But yeah, so basically this particular one is very structured in that I always have my monthly, and then I have a tab, and this year I used, all of these tabs are from Josephine Bowes Designs. I decided to go with hers this year. So I have it structured. It's typically my month, and then I always have my school month right after so I can keep track of what's due. Then I have my monthly menu of just everything we've eaten that day, or that for the month, I guess. And then I always decorate the oncoming month. These are always the freebies that the Coffee Monster Co. provides, and I also enjoy the ones from Hello Petite Paper. Every now and then I look and see if there's any other shops that offer freebie monthlies, but I just stick with them normally. So yeah, so I started drawing in these columns, and I really enjoyed doing that. Typically my go-to was my insert that I have for my other Stalogy, where it was an insert that Jasenia had made, and then I redid it myself after she closed her shop. But I enjoyed putting that in here, so I've been doing that since 2021, and I just missed planning vertically, and that's what I did to have that again. But this year, for this one, because it's one of the 365 pages, I decided to draw them in, and I do like it. I do think it's nice to have that in here for myself. So it is nice to look back on the sticker kits. I think they look really good. So that's pretty fun too. I really like that. And I do feel like I have a certain taste. When I'm looking back through these, I seem to really love pastels. Shocking, huh? I use up old stickers too. This is from a sticker page that I used to cover one of these Stalogies, and it was scraps that were still left over, and I felt like they were still good, so I used them to decorate some of these pages so it wouldn't go to waste. I thought it was just a nice way to do that. I loved this quote when I saw it: "Quiet people have the loudest minds." Stephen King wrote that, but I feel like that's totally true. My mind is always super loud when I'm quiet. So I started to document in here when I would go on the planner events. This is my very first one that I went to with a group of ladies, and it was Breakfast at Tiffany's inspired. So obviously I had this kit from Shine Sticker Studio, and I used it in here. It was really fun to do. It was a really fun event. So yeah, that was really fun going to that, and I really enjoyed doing that. So this was in April, right? I guess I forgot to document. I didn't leave myself room for me to document, so I went ahead and put down May, and I put my school May calendar, and then I went ahead and said, oh, let me fill in the days. So these are just pictures from the event. And there's me. I dressed up as her, like everyone else dressed up as her as well. My friend that I went with, she went all out. She had the gloves and everything. And then on the next day, the Sunday, when it was like a relaxed day, I dressed up as her sleeping uniform, like, or in the movie when she's asleep and she's interrupted. So that's what I did there. Anyway, so yeah, so I started using kits that I feel like kind of go with whatever the time period is. You know, if it's March, then obviously I want to use more like green. If it's April, I want to use more florals, or May, floral type things, stuff like that. I just kind of go with the flow, depending on what kits I have. I think choosing a kit is the most fun part. I know some people like to pick them ahead of time and like have them ready, but I prefer to actually go through and like look at them all and decide which one jumps out at me. This week was another event, and it was planners at the Mad Hatter Tea Party, I believe. So it was Alice in Wonderland themed. This one was really fun too. This was a more small and local event. It wasn't super far or anything. I left myself a space to put a picture here, and I do have one I want to place, but I haven't printed it out yet because I wanted to print it with more like more items, not just by itself and waste the whole page. So I will come back in and paste that in here as soon as I print more things. But this was a Hello Petite paper kit. It was just really beautiful, and I wanted to use that. Sometimes I just like to buy the full boxes of kits, and then I like to make my own kit, if that makes sense. Like I'll add in my own washi, or what, like these are washi from Simply Gilded, but they have the dates. So sometimes I like to do that. I just like to use the full boxes, and then I add in my own elements or leftover kits, things like that. So this is the one of the calendar kits I did, and I think I did this on camera with you guys actually. And then of course my school one, and my monthly meal. And this was from Simply Gilded, and she actually still has them on her website because I went on there and accidentally reordered them, which I'm okay with. I mean, I do like them. I think they're neat. I just thought they're for Halloween, and it was my own fault. I think I was just going really quickly, and I thought it was Halloween related bundle, and it wasn't. So the joke's on me, but it's okay. I mean, I will definitely use those. It's not like I got something I hated or anything. And so yeah, I really enjoy using foils in here. I really like flipping through here and seeing that pop. These I got from Amazon. I have a mixed review about them. I don't know, like, I mean, they're pretty, but they were hard to peel up, and then it's kind of like one of those tape ones where you have to take the backing off of it, and then once it laid down, it was so hard to unravel again. I haven't really used it since, but it is so pretty. I loved this witch, and I got her at Little Craft Place. It's this little Japanese store that sells all these really amazing stationery items. And so I really loved her, and I just threw her in there. It's not a Halloween, right? But I just wanted to use her with these cool lantern washi that I got that day from the store as well. And then of course, lots of vibrant color. But I just really enjoy looking through here and seeing all the foil. Something magical about seeing the reflection that lights up the page with the foiling, and it just makes me happy. And then of course, leftovers, I like to kind of like trinkle them in through my journaling pages or daily pages. This one wasn't foiled at all, but I just loved this artwork so much. I really love the artist's rendition of this particular artwork. I just like how they did all the colors and the doodles, and I love this girl. So I had to have this kit, no matter, it didn't matter to me that it wasn't foiled. So yeah, sometimes I add in a little note in here. So I take this with me to the store when I go groceries, and I just check off what I need to, and then I just happen to forget and leave it in here. I could take this out and chunk it, but it's so pretty with the lashes. Might as well keep it. And this is me and my father, and I added a little sticker on there so it looks like he's wearing a bow tie, or like a tie for Father's Day. This was like a boho kit that you guys saw me film, and it's just nice to see the way my mood changes when I'm doing these. I tried foiling this, I think I told y'all in another video, and it didn't work out that great, but regardless, it's okay. So yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed watching other people's flip throughs, and I feel like my flip through is only a little bit unique because I make my own calendars and I make my own layouts and things, and they're all very sparkly and just kind of structured in a certain way. So I feel like it all flows evenly. And to be honest, I don't know how I make it flow because I don't think about it. I just go. But when you flip through it, it kind of does flow in a certain kind of way. I really do enjoy making these kind of like pull-out type things. So I'm probably going to design something cool like that for the October setup. This is the page or the week that I did the painting on. I think it looks really pretty. I mean, it's very, very shimmery and beautiful, but it bothered me a little bit that it wasn't smooth. Like, you know, the regular planning pages would be, like these, how it's smooth, and this is not because it's watercolored on. So it did bother me a little bit, so I didn't do it again, but I missed painting and I wanted to kind of do it, and I felt like it looked pretty. It just, I don't know, I didn't really like dealing with the fact that it wasn't smooth, I guess. So I started doing these little washi kind of pages when I got new washies in, and I really enjoyed that. I still need a picture to go here, so that's 2 pictures now. I might just put them all together and see if I can fill up a page, because here could go another picture that I have in mind as well. So yeah, this was a kit that I printed. It was a printable kit from a couple of years ago, and it had been sitting there and I wanted to use it, and it was just kind of light. So I did that, and I just filmed it. I think the daily to-dos and things like that look so pretty when you add these elements in there. It just helps to make the page look nice, in my opinion, and I enjoy flipping to the page and doing the tasks, or just keeping track with what did I do that day or what needs to be done, etc. It's like this. On days that I don't have a lot to do or I didn't do much, I do like to fill in a nice picture, and maybe just, you know, that day I worked on my study guide all day. So I just put something in there so that I didn't have to fill in a bunch of random nothings, you know. This was part of the event when I went to the fiesta, and Teresa Collins, I met her. She was really sweet, very inspirational, super positive person, and she signed my book, and she wrote, "Denise, you are beautiful and have such a gift. Keep going and follow your big goals and vision. You can do and be anything. Love, Teresa Collins." And she drew a sun. So it was really sweet of her. This was the kit that I chose because it was fiesta themed. I think this kit was amazing for that event. Truly, when I saw this kit, I had to buy it for that specific event. So that was a good choice. I do enjoy putting in here cartoons, you guys know, because they're funny. Okay, so I'm going to flip this a little bit just to make it easier for you guys to see. So these are more of my journaling type pages. I do some journaling a little bit. Sometimes I just write some lists, but I love finding beautiful watercolor artwork on Instagram and just adding them in here. Somebody takes the time to do all of that artwork, and I think it should be enjoyed. So here's some more pages of the beautiful artwork, tropical. I just love the colorfulness of everything. And then you guys saw me set up this particular August calendar along with my school. I was so happy to be done with class. So, I had more journaling here. Sometimes with the journaling, you have to get super creative. For me, I like to go on and find pictures that I really enjoy, and then I print them out and have them. And when I journal, then I just pull from whatever I have already ready to go and see what fits. I really love this kit. This kit was so beautiful from Nikki Plus 3. I just love the foiling and just the colors, and the artwork itself is so beautiful. I brought some of that on. This was really funny. I saw this once on Facebook, and it said, yesterday I found out elephants have funerals. They can cry and mourn for the dead. And then it's so beautiful. And then it's like, Sarah, this is a Wendy's drive-through. That was really funny. So I made and designed. I drew these the other night. They're upload stickers, and I drew some film ones too. They came out pretty good. And then I foiled them, but this one, I had a mishap that day when I was cutting them. I cut them through the whole paper, so I couldn't even use them properly. I had to like take my time, peel them all up, put them on sticker paper backing so that I could use them later. It was a pain in the butt, but no pun intended. I didn't actually foil that particular one, but I did foil all the others, and so they're all different. They are all different color foiled, so yeah, so these are just more like thoughts that I did, notes and things. I was gonna film that particular week, but I decided to take time to myself and just kind of like regroup. So I just planned all by myself, and it was nice actually to do that. Here's those stickers that I made. This one's an upload, and I foiled it with pink, and that film one is also, I drew these out on my tablet, and then I just made those. So yeah, this is what it looks like. We had a lot of rain for the last 2 weeks, and I didn't do anything because it was raining so much, but I did find some beautiful artwork that I wanted to showcase in here for those days. And I did get the results back from the doctor, and I left this blank on purpose. I could write it in after I film this, just because they're private. And so yeah, I did make a spot for my favorite songs for the year, things that I really liked. I like doing that, and then the movies that I liked this year, I kind of rate them, as well as favorite TV shows I did for the year, and then just like some random thoughts. I have some blankness here, and then books in 2021, and then resolutions for 2022. And that's it. That's literally the end of my book. So that is all of it. It's really thick and heavy. I think this probably weighs 2 pounds. But anyway, so that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.